Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for this free presentation that I'm going to be putting together for you. I'm so excited. This is pretty much the first time that I put all of this together in a way that you'll be able to consume it and actually start implementing it into your business. So I'm excited to see what people do with it. I'm excited to see what kind of results you get. If you like this video, if you find some value in it, make sure to share it, like it, send it to somebody that would get some value out of it. Again, my name is Kipper, and today we're talking about a new marketing model. Okay, so there's three core points and they're relatively all the same. The first point is to get your content in front of people. Okay, simple, plain enough. Content. So what is content? Content is creating videos, it's images, it's anything that is demonstrating your business and that you can help them. Just basically creating stuff that you're going to post out through your social media platforms to engage with your audience. We're going to create content that those people actually want. And when I say those people, we'll get into how that actually works to find out who those people are, because it's not what you think. If they engage with the content, then we're going to give them more content. So content is the key here. So let's go ahead and dive in. How to attract the customers that you actually want and repel the ones that you don't want. Okay, simple enough. That is my claim. Who do you even want to serve? This is the big question. Who is the person that you can actually help the most, the fastest, and with the least amount of friction? Okay, those are 3 points that I really want you to think about, and think about who that person is that you've done that for. Who is the person that you like? Think of the one person that you've helped the most, the fastest, and with the least amount of resistance. Okay, meaning, they didn't cause you a lot of problems. It was super seamless. Like, they followed your instructions, they followed your model, and they were able to get the value and do business with you. Super simple in a very relatively fast manner. Okay, what we're not talking about here though is, when we're talking about who our audience is how old, if they're married or single, if they've got kids, if they like knitting on the weekends. Those things are actually irrelevant. These things have little to do if we can help them. Now, obviously, your services may not appeal to a 15-year-old or even, a 20-year-old or whatever. But we're going to let the content be the opt-in and targeting mechanism. So the content acts as a way for us to identify who's engaging with the content, because if they're engaging with the content, I'm sure you can agree that they might be a little bit interested in what you're talking about. So with that being said, we know that if they're interested, that we can put more content in front of them to get them to the point where they know, like, and trust us. And we'll talk more about that. Okay. Now ask yourself, if you could only get paid after they got the results, meaning, you're basically doing it for free, what characteristics would they have to have in order for me to want to mess with it? So what are the characteristics of someone that you want to work with if you weren't getting paid until they were actually getting results? So for example, some things that I look for in regards to characteristics for my clients is they have to have a business. Okay, I'm not looking to help anybody build a brand new business. I've tried that in the past, all to no avail. I decided to stick with my strengths and teach on this subject, help my clients with actually getting customers, which I'm actually really good at. And so that's my strength, and that's what I stick with. So they have to have a business. They have to already be getting sales. Okay, again, no one brand new is kind of a characteristic that I'm looking for. They have to be willing to put themselves out there. They have to be willing to create a lot of content. And before I keep moving on, the idea of content being hard to create is actually not the case. There's a simple framework that you can use that helps you create content. There's ways you can find other content out there that you can implement or recreate to match your own brand, things like that. And we'll get into that. what problem do you solve for them and how do you solve it? So now that you know who that person is, you have an idea of who you want to serve, what is the problem first? What problem is it that they have? If you are a teeth whitening company, and I use this because I was just talking to a friend who owns a teeth whitening company. The problem might be that obviously they have yellow teeth, that they can't seem to get their teeth nice and shiny white. And so how do you solve it? You use a certain mechanism, you use a certain service or product or whatever that solves that problem. For me, the problem that my clients face is getting clients that are qualified and getting clients that are ready to do business with them before they even become a lead. Because you can generate thousands of leads, but how qualified and how well do they know you, and are they just tire kickers? It's things like that. So that's kind of the framework of everything we're talking about here, and that's why it's so important to know who it is and how you solve it. So identify those things. Have a bold ass claim. Okay, my claim is I help business owners attract only the customers that they want and repel the ones that they don't want. Okay, it's what the bold claim allows us to do is identify us to the consumer, and they can identify themselves with the claim. So a business owner, if you're not a business owner, then you're not probably going to consume my content, right? So I'm instantly pushing them away. I'm repelling the ones that I don't want. I want business owners. And I'm also attracting the business owners that want to do big things, that want to attract the right customers, because they're frustrated about having leads that aren't ready to do business, will never do business, or aren't qualified to do business. Next, you need to have a process. Okay, so we've kind of laid out who we want, how we help them, and now we need to have a structure or a process of how we're going to get them from not having it to having it. So the star on your screen is not having it, and the check mark is having it. So you want to look at this process as 3 different pillars, and you're going to use these 3 different pillars for your content. You literally will take each pillar and create content around those 3 pillars. So mine, I bring people through content, I build value, and then based on their engagement, I'm retargeting them and creating offers, bringing them to the place that they want, which is doing business with me because I can help them. And they know that going in because of this process that I've created. Okay, it is a fact that consumers purchase after they've consumed some sort of content through blogs, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, you name it. A lot of times, like for example, if you are trying to figure out your finances, a lot of times you go to YouTube, how to make $1 million. Well, you're probably going to find Grant Cardone. If you don't know who Grant Cardone is, he's a sales professional, real estate professional. But you're consuming that content. You want to educate yourself. Most people want to be a little bit educated on the topic they're interested in, and on the problem that they're trying to solve, and finding somebody that can actually help them. Okay, that's the new marketing framework, is proving to these customers that you can actually help them up front. Okay, creating consistent content. So now that you have the process, your framework, your 3 pillars, now we break down each pillar and into different topics, subjects, things that we can talk about in our content. But it's about creating consistent content every day. Okay, and the reason we do that is because we want, with Facebook's algorithm, and we start with Facebook, like Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives actually have the highest engagement. You can get people on there commenting, liking, viewing, and those are actually what is considered engagement. And so if we can get them to engage, we can retarget, we can put more content in front of them, and we can sell them on us before they get into our sales system, which we'll go over. Okay, we need to build value. So we're creating content, but we also need to prove to them that we can help. Demonstrate to the people you care about that you actually care. and that you can actually help them up front. We need to demonstrate that we are the authority in our space for the problem that they're trying to solve. Okay, and you demonstrate that by showing them how to do it. And I think the mix up a lot of times can be that, if we give all this content away for free, are they like, what are they going to buy? Like, am I giving away, spilling the beans? Well, that's not the case. We're not giving them like in-depth details of how to set up campaigns. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm not walking you step by step how to create your audiences, how to create content. I'm giving you the framework of how this stuff works so that you can take it, implement it into your business. But if you feel like this is a framework that you want to learn more about and implement into your business at scale, then you're more likely to do business with me, because I have a framework that I can sit here and prove to you. Give them offers always. Okay, that's a big key here. You always want to be making offers. You want to make offers in the headlines of your content. You want to make offers in your content, and you want to make offers multiple times in your content before you send them to your through your sales system. Okay, and I go into depth on that in my trainings. Now you want to have a sales system. Okay, like we said, we're going to create content based on their engagement. We're either going to send them more content, or we're going to send them offers that send them to our sales system. Okay, so that's kind of the framework of that. But in regards to a sales system, look at your business. Okay, what is your process right now? How are you bringing customers through the door? Are you giving them some sort of free offer? Are you collecting them as a lead, meaning an email and a name and maybe even a phone number? What are you giving them in exchange for that information? And what do you have on the next page? The next page is your sales page, where you're actually giving them that offer that you've been talking about in your content. Okay, and that sales page is what's actually selling. You're not selling in your content. The content's only objective is to prove to your clients that you can actually help them. It's demonstrating that you have that value. Okay, now simple enough. As a recap, you need to know exactly who you want. You need, and not demographic as in this age range, if they're married, that stuff. Okay, we're talking about if they own a business, if they're already getting sales, if they want to do well, if they want us both to do well, if they understand marketing to a certain degree. And these are just my examples of some things of the characteristics that I'm looking for in my clients, but you can kind of put those for yourself. Now decide how you can help them up front. Okay, you need to identify the problem and what your solution is to that problem. Once you have that identified, then you start demonstrating it through the content. Okay, next you have to have a bold claim, and maybe that's going to be before deciding how you can help them. Actually, no. So have a bold claim. So mine is, I help business owners attract more, only the customers that they actually want, and repel the ones that they don't want. Okay, calling out to your people, calling out to the people that you want to work with, and telling the people that you don't want to work with that this isn't for them. Okay, have a process for proof. This is where you start providing that value. This is where you start demonstrating that the solution is in your hands and that they need to do business with you because you've demonstrated that you can actually help them. Create content consistently. Consistency is super key here. And again, it is not hard to create content. Literally, the content that you're watching right now, you could do it without having your face on camera. Now, having a face to the name and the brand definitely provides a lot more value. So you're probably going to want to switch it up a little bit. But and there's a simple framework that I use with my clients that helps create that consistent content, but doesn't make it super hard. I mean, you follow this simple framework, you decide what your topic is for the day, and you roll with it, and you make the offer, and then on the back end, we're retargeting. Always be making offers. Again, super simple, makes perfect sense, right? There's a saying out there that goes, your income is a direct reflection of how many offers you're making. Okay, so if you're making three of the same offers in the same piece of content, I mean, your odds go up. right? And then if you're doing that every day, and then on every piece of content on the follow-up, that type of thing, you're telling people that you can help them, but obviously upfront proving it. And then define your sales process. Understand how you're bringing people in and how you're converting them. Okay, this is going to help you start picking it apart, identifying those three pillars so that you can create content and so that you can send those people through the right sales process. Okay, now based on this content, if you feel like you understand and you see how it could work in attracting that right customer and repelling the wrong ones, this is what working with me looks like. I have a content framework that I've discussed with you. It's a simple outline that demonstrates how to create content consistently. Content 101 workshop. This is a video tutorial series where I'm going to be showing you how to find the content, how to find content that people are engaging with so that you can recreate that content for your own brand and get those people coming to your sales funnel instead. Okay, and then content that sells templates. Okay, I have different presentation slides that you can have on your phone. You can have it on your laptop while you're creating content so that you can follow a simple framework for videos on your sales page that sells your customer, right? The sales page is for the selling, the content is for the demonstration. Content that sells, so that way when they land on your sales page, your sales system, you're closing the sale. You're getting them to the point where they're like, yes, 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 I want to do business with this company. Now let me get on a call, or let me buy this thing, or whatever it is. Okay, sales system simplified download. Okay, I've been a sales funnel expert for the last 3 years, and I've created a bunch of different templates that you're actually going to get access to, so you can just download them right into your sales system. You plug in the videos with the templates that I'm going to be giving you, along with the content up front. Retargeting tutorials. So I'm going to be showing you how to create a campaign, audiences, and then retargeting with more content, more offers, and bringing them into your sales systems. And then templated email sequences. So this is the automation side of things. Once you have them as a lead, you need to follow up with them, right? So there's a bunch of emails that I've written that you will be able to literally just plug in your own information, put it into your autoresponder, your email outgoing, and then obviously follow up with those people, excuse me. And then a 1-hour strategy session that pretty much comes first. In fact, what we'll do is hop on an hour call. We'll talk about your business, start laying out some different aspects that I know can help your business. And then what you'll do is take everything that I have here for you, the content framework, the tutorials, everything, and start implementing it based on our strategy call. Okay. It will be in the future $2,500 to work with me. But now for the beta group, it's only $997. To get started with me today for the beta pricing, it's $997. And that's before it goes live. And it's going to be going live after the 1st of February. So the offer is good through February 1st at midnight. So again, if you want content framework, if you want the tutorials on how to find that content and recreate it, if you want the templates for your sales systems that gets the person to, say yes to your offer before you even get them on the phone, before they even purchase, that kind of thing. And then if you want templated sales systems so that you can plug it right into your ClickFunnels account, retargeting tutorials. So I'll show you all those campaigns. I'll show you how to set them up, everything, even how to write the copy. And then templated email sequences, you'll get that whole sequence where you just put in your information, and then an hour strategy session with you and your business, where we're going to go real deep and see what the best strategy is going to be for you. Okay, again, it's going to be $2,500 in the future after February. Now for the beta group is $997. Get started today before it goes live. Offer is good through February 1st. I want to thank you for spending this time here with me today. If you feel like you got a lot of value from this video, if you feel like it could help anybody else, if you know any business owners that are trying to attract more of the customers that they actually want and repel the ones that they don't, this is the training for them. Make sure to like, make sure to share, and make sure to invite other people to watch this content, because at the end of the day, this is the framework that gets that person to know, like, and trust you before they do business with you, guaranteeing that they're the people that you actually want to work with. And that's really the name of the game. We don't want to work with a bunch of people that can't even do business with us, right? So again, below this video, excuse me, you can find the order form. Click the button. You can check out $9.97 until February 1st at midnight. So again, thank you so much. You'll be seeing a lot more content from me. I'll be sending a lot of this to your email. You'll see it through retargeting campaigns, and just kind of watch how everything goes. So I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.